The movie begins following the outbreak of a zombie plague across the world, where there are very few humans left alive. We see Ben and his friend Mickey walking through the streets and forests. They are searching for any food and drink, while also defending themselves from time to time against zombies that suddenly appear anywhere. We learn that Ben adapts to the new reality much faster than his friend Mickey. However, Mickey is different. He prefers to disconnect from reality by listening to the music on his headphones. One day, while walking in the forest, they see a car stopped in front of them. Ben takes his gun and approaches the car, only to be surprised that a woman is sitting in the driver's seat. This woman has turned into a zombie and approaches them, so Ben grabs his gun, shoots her, and finishes her off. He then gets into the car and tries to start it. Fortunately, the car starts working. Both of them feel great happiness at that moment because they had been walking on their feet for many days, and now they finally have a car. Mickey then tells Ben that he wants to go to his girlfriend's house. Ben agrees, and they go there. When they arrive, Mickey discovers that his girlfriend and her entire family are dead. Mickey enters his girlfriend's room and continues to remember all the moments he spent with her. There is a picture of her on the mirror, so Mickey takes it and keeps it. As for Ben, he searches the house for necessary items. Later, Ben inspects the car and discovers that after folding down the back seat, it can be converted into a place for them to sleep, making the car like a mobile home for them. Afterwards, Mickey thinks they should stay in that house, but Ben refuses, because if they stay in the house, zombies could trap them and they could die. They recalled what happened to them when they were staying at Mickey's house, where they were trapped for 3 full months. This was the reason of the death of Mickey's entire family. Ben says that as long as they keep moving, it will preserve their lives longer. Afterwards, they get into the car and drive back to the forest. One day, Mickey takes the walkie-talkie, puts a battery in it, and checks if it works. Suddenly, he hears someone talking on another channel. It is the voice of a man talking to a girl named Annie, discussing supplies they need for the camp. Mickey tries to talk to them, saying that if anyone is hearing, they should respond. The man talking to the girl asks him who he is. Mickey responds, introducing himself and mentioning that he is with his friend Ben and that they have a car. Mickey is happy that he found living people in a place close to them. However, the man talking on the radio ignores his words and tells him not to contact them again. Despite this, he decides to look for them, to reach them. While he is searching, 2 zombies appear. Ben moves quickly, grabs a baseball bat, and starts killing them while screaming and blaming Mickey for what is happening. The next day, Mickey is sleeping alone in the car because Ben left him to go bathe in the lake. Suddenly, a female zombie approaches the car. The car's window is slightly opened, so the zombie tries to stick her hand through the window and grabs Mickey. He quickly takes out the radio and tries to contact Ben, but Ben does not answer him. After a short time, the zombie is hit by a shot in the brain and dies. It appears that Ben is the one who shot her. Afterwards, they leave the place to continue their journey until they reach Ben's house and find it empty. At that time, Mickey wants to stay in this house and live a normal life like other people, even temporarily. Ben's forced to agree to his words, and they spend the night in this house. Before sleeping, Mickey takes the radio and tries to talk to Annie, asking her to respond. Surprisingly, Annie responds and tells him that if the people with her find out she is talking to him, they will kick her out of the camp. Therefore, she begs him not to talk to her again. As for Ben, he goes out of the house and heads towards the forest. There, he finds a zombie tied to a tree. He unties it and takes it with him to the house. There, they enter the room where Mickey is sleeping and lock the door from the outside. It is clear that Ben wants to make Mickey brave and learn to defend himself. Then he hears Mickey's voice screaming, saying, "Open the door," but Ben refuses and waits until he hears Mickey hitting the zombie and finishing it off. As soon as he opens the door, he sees Mickey and the zombie dead beside him. At that moment, Mickey is furious and attacks Ben, hitting him, but Ben is happy with him because Mickey was able to defend himself. Afterwards, they return to continue their journey in the city. While walking on the main road, they see a car stopped in front of them. They stop their car and get out to check this car. As soon as they find it empty, Ben approaches it to get gas from it. However, Mickey tells Ben that the car's engine is hot, which means someone is still here. So Ben keeps calling the owner of the car, but no one responds. So he goes back to their car to take the gas, but finds the tank empty. Suddenly, a man named Jerry appears and puts his knife to Mickey's throat. Here, Ben gets tense, pulls out his gun and aims it at Jerry.
but Jerry asks him to give him the car key and he will leave and let them go. Ben tries to convince him to join them on their journey and help each other. Jerry tells him that people told him the same thing before, but then treated him badly and tortured him. Jerry asks Ben to throw the gun and give him the key, otherwise he will kill his friend. Ben agrees with him, tells him he will throw the gun away from him, and also tells him the key is inside the car. Here, Jerry leaves Mickey quickly and gets into the car. However, Jerry discovers that Ben tricked him, and the key is not in the car or anything. He gets out of the car and starts running fast, but Ben runs after him, shoots him, and finishes him off. Here, Mickey blames Ben for what he did. Ben thinks that Jerry wanted to steal their car and tried to kill him.
While they were talking, they see a truck coming towards them. Ben pulls his gun and aims it at the truck, asking the people inside who they are. He finds a girl responding to him, saying they are running from zombies just like them. Then this girl gets out, and a man carrying a rifle gets out with her. The girl starts looking at Jerry's car and asks them if they saw the man who was driving it. Ben tells her that he tried to steal their car, but they finished him off. She asks him if he said anything before he died. Here, Ben starts to suspect her and tells her he didn't say anything except that he wanted to leave the place. The girl tells him this car is theirs and she knows Jerry stole it from them and she thanks them for saving it. But Mickey approaches her and asks if her name is Annie. Here, the girl goes silent and doesn't respond. Mickey tells her he knows her from her voice and also tells her he was the one communicating with her on the radio. Suddenly, the girl pulls out a gun, shoots Ben, hitting him in the leg, and the man standing behind her threatens Mickey and Ben with the weapon he has. It appears that this girl is indeed Annie. She approaches Mickey and tells him she warned him not to try to find her or contact her. Afterwards, she threatens Ben and demands he give her the car key. As soon as she takes it, she throws it into the crops and tells Mickey he can search for the key after they leave. After they leave, Mickey goes to look for the key but doesn't find it because night has fallen on them. So they decide to sleep in the car and look for the key the next day. While they are sleeping at night, they wake up to strange sounds around them. At that moment, they find a large number of zombies surrounding them. Mickey gets scared and asks Ben to get out of the car and run away from them, but Ben tells him he won't be able to run because of his injured leg and asks Mickey to leave him and run. However, Mickey refuses and decides to stay with him, hoping the zombies will move away from them, especially since the car doors and windows are locked and they won't be able to reach them. But this doesn't happen, and the zombies remain around the car until the next day. Here, Ben gets angry and tells Mickey that he is the reason for what is happening because he confronted Annie and called her by name in front of her companions. If that hadn't happened, he wouldn't have been injured, and they would have continued on their way normally. Mickey tells him maybe they can reach the car's wires and start it like in the movies. But Ben tells him this only happens in movies, and if they pull the car's wire, it might malfunction. At that point, even if they find the key, they won't be able to escape with the car. So they decide to stay in the car until something happens to distract the zombies away from them. Mickey gets annoyed by the presence of zombies around them, so he covers the car windows with blankets and clothes so the zombies can't see them. Ben and Mickey try to enjoy their time inside the car as much as they can. But Ben gets bored and asks Mickey to go look for the key, telling him if he doesn't find the key, not to come back and leave him and run. Mickey refuses to leave Ben, telling him he has no one else but him and knows that even if he doesn't find the key, he will come back to him. Afterwards, Mickey goes out through the sunroof of the car. A long time passes and Mickey hasn't returned. Ben starts to worry about Mickey, fearing the zombies have grabbed him and finished him off. He gets very tense and keeps calling Mickey from inside the car until he loses hope and is sure Mickey is dead. But suddenly, he hears Mickey's voice from outside the car. He rejoices, opens the sunroof, and calls Mickey to enter. Ben is happy as soon as Mickey enters the car, but he is surprised that Mickey is very tense and terrified. Ben asks him if he found the key, but Mickey shows him his hand, and it has traces of a zombie bite. At that moment, Ben is shocked and keeps screaming. Mickey cries and begs Ben to find a way and save him, but Ben points his gun at Mickey and asks him to get out of the car immediately. Mickey collapses and asks him to end his suffering from the torture he is about to face, telling him he doesn't want to turn into a zombie. At that moment, Ben has no other solution but to kill Mickey. Afterwards, he keeps screaming because he killed his friend, besides the fact that he is now alone and there is no one to live with, nor can he even get out of the car. While covering Mickey's body, he remembers all the memories they lived together during the past months. Then he takes the radio and tries to talk to Annie, telling her he knows she is listening. He lets her know that Mickey is dead and she is the reason for his death. He starts telling her about everything they did together, how they managed to save themselves from zombies and preserve their lives, and tells her about the way they escaped from the house where they were trapped. He tells her he will use the same method to get out of the car, and if he fails to escape the zombies, he will shoot himself before they catch him. But if fate writes for him to get out of this car safely, he will search for her until he finds her and finish her off. After saying this, he starts preparing himself to get out of the car. He manages to get out, distances himself from the zombies, and moves on his way to the place where Annie is. There is a large number of zombies walking behind him. It is clear from Ben's looks that he intends to avenge his friend's death no matter what happens. And the movie ends.